Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Precious Metals Mining Pitch Battle here at Mines and Money. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and fantastic to have you all here on board. Thank you very much for joining us here. My name is Jochen Staiger from Commodity TV. I'm your MC and host here today. And we have 5 companies which are here in the pitch battle today, and we have Sitka Gold, Thunderstruck Resources, American Pacific Mining, Sable Resources, and Capella Minerals. Each of them will present 3 minutes, and then we will have a Q&A with our fantastic judges, and then we will see who wins $1 million investment capital at the end. Let me also introduce to you our judges here today. We have Angelos, Damaskos, CEO of Sector Investment Managers. Then we have Chen Lin, President of Lin Asset Management, Michael Danov, President and CEO of SBP Management, which is a family office, and we have Chris Mancini, who is Research Analyst at Gabelli Gold Fund. And last but not least, I should have started with the lovely lady, Miranda Werstiuk, Corporate Development Director of OCIM Precious Metals. And yeah, guys, let's get started. We move on to our next company, which is American Pacific Mining, and Warwick Smith is the CEO. Warwick, where are you? Ah, there he is. Super.
Here I am.
Good. You have screen sharing or you talk straightforward?
You know what? I'm going to talk straightforward. I might just bring up one slide in a moment, but I think I'll just speak because that's probably easiest for 3 minutes.
Then the floor is yours, please.
Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody being here. My name is Warwick Smith, and the company I'm representing is American Pacific Mining. My partner is Eric Saderholm. He's the former head of exploration in the Western US for Newmont. We've worked together since 2009 on and off. We had staked the Black Pine project previously, that's with Liberty. We had a Deer Trail, which is now with Mag Silver. And today we're focused on the Madison mine down in Montana. We've got a partnership with Rio Tinto. Rio is spending up to $30 million US to earn 70% of the project. It is a high-grade skarnet surface with a porphyry underneath. We're about 48 kilometers away from the Butte mine, which is the 3rd largest porphyry in the world. So we're in elephant country, working with the 2nd largest mining company in the world. So certainly the project itself has had a good stamp of approval. I think when you're looking at juniors, you want to be looking at ones that can give you that explosive growth and projects that can get big. The fact that we're working with Rio, I think, gives a stamp of approval on that. The 2 other projects that we have are the Tuscarora Project just outside of Elko, Nevada. It's about 45 minutes outside of Elko. That is in partnership with Soldera. They will be drilling that first quarter this year. And then we have the Gooseberry mine, which is again about 45 minutes just outside of Reno. That is in partnership with a company by the name of GRAC Global. GRAC Global will go public Q1 this year, and we'll drill that at the beginning of Q2. What we have focused on is finding high-grade assets within the Western US. I will take that moment now just to quickly screen share, and I will show you what I mean by high-grade. Here is a slide showing historical drill highlights of the Madison mine. So 30 meters of 25 grams per ton gold, 11 meters of 41 grams per ton gold, 4 meters of 82, 7 meters of 25, 14 meters of 12, and then spectacular copper numbers, 61 meters of almost 7% copper, 8.5 meters of 40% copper, 84 meters of 1.89, and then 2.7 meters of 41 grams per ton gold and almost 20% copper. So this is the type of numbers that certainly can excite the market. It certainly has excited Rio Tinto. It's excited ourselves as well. And the thinking is that this skarnet surface, those high grades are coming from somewhere, and that they feel that there's a big system underneath, which is a porphyry that is pushing it upwards. In 2018, this was drilled by our predecessor, and they were able to drill into the porphyry. We've got some great photos on the website of that core for those of you who want to see it. I think that is my 3 minutes, and I look forward to your questions. Thank you very much.
Perfect on the spot. Thank you very much. And now up to our judges, please. Questions.
Warwick, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Michael.
It sounds like you have quite a interesting projects in advance. Where are you going to be spending the most time and energy and money going forward? And obviously, it sounds like some of these projects will be either taken out or managed by some of your strategic partners. How are you guys going to work about it? What's kind of the game plan for the next 12, 18 months? And how are you looking to fund this all opportunities?
You know, look, we're in an enviable position in that I think we've got 3 high-grade assets on the Western U.S., great jurisdiction. They're all going to be drilled this year. I suspect this year we're going to see in and around $10 million worth of drilling, yet that is all going to be funded by our partners. We have cash. We have about $1.5 million in cash, $1 million of stock in a company called Saldera. When GRAC Global goes public this first quarter, we'll have about $1 million of stock in them, and we burn about $100,000 a month. So burning $100,000 a month and getting $10 million or so worth of drilling out this year, I think will work quite well for shareholders. I'll touch on that as well, Michael, just to add to that. We're in acquisition mode. We're looking for other things to add into the mix. You know, we like the joint venture model, but we're certainly not scared of finding something that we can run ourselves as well. So we're in the mode of looking to acquire.
Got it. And it sounds like quite a things are happening. It sounds like not a lot of capital coming out of your pocket to get the project along. Why do you think the stock is depressed where it is today? Why do you think you guys get an appreciation on all of your assets?
I'm glad you asked that question. It gives me a chance to address it. So this was a company that a few months back had about a $45 million market cap. When we closed the acquisition on Madison, the KC Research Group was kind enough to write a nice note on us, and we used them and Chen as well to raise about $3 million. That financing came free trading, so some of those shares were obviously sold as those people were up quite nicely. To compound that, on December 26th, the shares that we paid for the acquisition came free trading as well. So we've seen some pressure there. So what does that mean? So we've gone from about a $45 million market cap to a $10, $12 million market cap today. It's a great time for new people, we feel, to take a look. We have cash. We have a bunch of drilling coming forward. And now it's our job to do a lot of these and create that excitement to get the spotlight back on our company. And we certainly intend to do that.
Are there any warrants attached on the original raises or any outstanding?
Yes, there are. There's warrants at 20 cents, and there's a small amount of warrants at 25 cents. Some of the 25-cent ones had already come down. There's about $6 million of warrants there. So there's a lot of cash there. So if we see this stock move up, that would bring in an awful lot of capital for us to work with in terms of acquisitions, et cetera.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Hi there. When you said that your predecessor had drilled into the porphyry, what did they find? And has Rio done any drilling so far?
Yeah, great question. So you'll see. Can I screen share? Is that allowed at this moment? Or I'm happy to show the picture of the core, but if not, that's no problem. Look, it's a lot of chaotic folding. It's exactly what you'd want to see when you get into a latite porphyry. That's really what got Rio interested. They kind of went, okay, there's real high grade here at surface, and now when we see this, we see that the porphyry is there. That's what initially brought them in. You can see it on the website, Christopher. If you take a look under the presentation, there's photos of the core there. The second part of your question was, has Rio drilled? They drilled in 2019. They drilled in 2020. We've released 3 holes from 2020. We're waiting on 5 more that we're going to release in short order. They are drilling again this year. In advance of that, what they are doing is building a 3D model with all the different ore types in it. So it's an interesting skarn in that it carries jasperoid, skarn, massive sulfides that all run. So they're putting together a 3D model, doing rock densities through all those different rock types, using that for targeting. Then they're going to drill both core and RC this year as well. So this will be their third year into drill programs. I don't know the size of program yet. What I can, and we're going to release that in the next sort of 2 to 3 weeks. We'll have a press release out on that. What I will say is initially they had talked about doing up to 120 holes last year. COVID changed that, as it did for a lot of things.
Right. So wait, it's $30 million for 70%. Is that what you said?
30 million US for 70%. Correct.
Okay. And where is it again? Madison, where is it?
It's in Montana, down by Silver Star, Montana. It's not somewhere you'd go to on holidays in Montana. It's sort of much more mining central. but a great place in Montana that you can put things into production. Most recently, Black Butte was permitted down there in April.
And those high grade hits, those skarn hits, or just they're not really mineable, or what's the story?
Oh no, they're mineable. This was last in production between 2008 and 2012. They small scale production, but they produced 2.6 million pounds of copper, between 20 and 35% copper. And then they included 7,570 ounces of gold at 16.1 grams per ton gold. So that was last in production 2008, 2012. Previous to that, the Jasperoid produced about 144,000 ounces of gold. I'm cuffing this, but it was around 12 grams per ton gold as well. So a lot of the metallurgical side has been figured out, at least from the skarn portion. Interesting for us, we thought Rio Tinto would be porphyry or bust. That would be their interest. They found a real interest in the skarn. Their drill programs have focused on the skarn, and this year they've made it bigger, both laterally and down dip. And they're going to increase that again this year, and we'll see what the size of the program is this year.
Thanks.
Chen, you are next.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, I have to disclose I own a small position of American Pacific. Hi, Ward. So do you have an idea of the size of this high grade deposit, or what's the time frame for them for Rio to come out with a resource?
Yeah, great question, Chen. So I'll give you, I won't give you ounces because I'd be arm waving, but you're connecting a strike length of about a mile, or just over a mile, between three past producing mines, the Hudson, the Broadway, and the Madison. It extends along about a mile. That was the focus of their drilling this year. They laid pads along and then drilled fans off of those. And that will increase again as they come up to drill this year. They are, as I mentioned, putting together a 3D model with all the different rock types to do rock densities. I think at that point, I'll be able to say, okay, it looks like it's X million ounces. So there's the hope at surface. And then obviously the hope here is that this gets big. If they get down to the porphyry, Butte produced a couple billion pounds of copper, 715 million ounces of silver, and 3 million ounces of gold. It's Rio Tinto. They want something big. And I think when people are looking to invest in juniors, you're looking for that, that hopeful 10x lift. You're looking to transact with a major somewhere down the line. We're already working with one of the majors who's done a lot of that due diligence for you, so that you know that this project has an opportunity to get that big lift and become a large style mine. You've got the second largest mining company in the world doing a lot of that work for you already.
Okay, great.
Super, perfect. Angelos, I'm very sorry we have only 4 seconds left, so I think that makes no sense, unfortunately. But maybe you guys can go afterwards and have a chat. Thank you very much for the presentation, Warwick. And
thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll turn off my camera.
Yeah, thank you. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask our judges for which company you will vote, and you want to spend your full $1 million, or you have also the chance to do 500,000 to the company. So I would like to start, as I have an order here, with Angelos Damaskos, CEO from Sector Investment Managers, whom you want to give your virtual $1 million.
Yes, thank you. It's a difficult choice. They are all early stage exploration companies. They all seem to have great potential for some discoveries and some value addition. I'm already a shareholder in Sitka, so I will put that on the back burner. And among the others, I would be more favorable to American Pacific. It looks like it has joint ventured all its 3 current projects. So it's basically a carry on some quite prospective operations. I would be obviously concerned as to what they are going to do with the rest of their cash, where they're going to invest, but we'll cross that bridge when they present a proposal. So okay. my $1 million would go to American Pacific.
The full $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Okay, super. Thank you very much. Then Chen Lin, president of Lin Asset Management, whom you want to give your money?
Yeah, hi. As I said, I'm a small shareholder in American Pacific. I followed them for a few years, but right now I feel this is probably a very good time to pick up the share because the share was cut down 60–70% due to the free trading. Okay, and then also the drawdown, and then they don't need money. You're very happy to give a company that don't need to raise money, so they don't need to raise money. But I have to say, all the other company looks very impressive. You have very good collections of companies. I'll go for American Pacific.
Okay, thank you very much. Then Michael Danov, President and CEO of SBP Management. Whom do you give your money?
Thank you. So I like few of the companies. I mean, I know Warwick from the past, so I'll probably look into him and do more due diligence and potentially provide more capital. The other few is I will pass, and I will probably look into Stable Resources as well. I think there could be some opportunities, so I would probably break it up in those two companies as of today.
Thank you. So half Sable and half American Pacific. Good. Then Chris Mancini, Research Analyst, Gabelli Gold Fund.
I like the American Pacific too. I do like that story. It's, elephant hunting at the Madison Project. And I also like Sitka. I like those. Those are some really good holes that Sitka pulled at the Yukon Project. And it's near Victoria. We own Victoria. We think that's a good deposit. So they actually have some good sniffs of gold there. So I would split it between Sitka and American Pacific.
Okay, thank you very much. And Miranda Werstiuk, Corporate Development Director of OCIM Precious Metals. Miranda, where goes your money?
Thank you everybody for your presentations. There is certainly a really interesting and a very good group of companies here. I would put my money with American Pacific. I've actually done work in Montana, which was interesting 20 years ago, and to see the work that you're doing with Rio Tinto, past producing mines in the area, the other opportunities in Nevada. I would put all my money into American Pacific.
Okay, super. Thank you very much. So we have a very clear winner, and that is American Pacific Mining with Warwick Smith, the CEO. Congratulations on that. If you would be in London, you would get at least a bottle of champagne, which we could have afterwards. That would be great. Yeah. But hopefully we can go this year all together in London to have at least a very good beer at one of the pubs around the convention center. Yeah, thank you very much to our presenting companies. Well done. And I know it's hard with 3 minutes only, and but it is what it is. Those are the rules. And thank you very much also to our judges for a lot of good questions. And I wouldn't say barbecuing the CEOs. You were very polite, I must say, which is great. And actually, I wish you all the best. The most important thing these days is please stay healthy. That is important, and make sure that you are doing well, because I hope that we see us latest, let's say, Mines and Money this year. I hope we can travel. I already heard that Oktoberfest in Munich is cancelled, which is also horrible, but it is what it is. And so then hopefully PDAC 2022, we can all meet us together then finally. Yes. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Here it's very late. I will have a nice gin tonic now, and probably you guys in Canada, you have to start your working day really. And so I'm done. And this was the Precious Metals pitch battle from Mines and Money. And thanks to you, all the best, and hope to see you very soon, latest in the pitch battle tomorrow. Bye-bye and good night.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.